index finger. Index finger throw, like we did for the reef knot, is the same. Holding the thread between the thumb and the ring finger, drawing this out like a figure of 4, holding the end section, using the index finger to fish out this thread once, holding it back again, fishing it out second time, and crossing. Now if you watch, I would like you to zoom here, dear. These are the two pulleys you must look at, which are taking the throw down like a noose. You can go nowhere now. Could you take these two pulleys, or you want me to show it again? Okay, now the short end is towards me. The long end is away from me. Which finger I am going to use? Loudly.
Middle finger.
Middle finger. So I'll hold it between the index finger and the thumb, the short end, like a dart. This one like before. I wrap it around my 3 fingers, bring the other one right across, hold the end section, and use middle end ring to cross back. That's called surgeon's knot. Okay, I'll repeat it. I'll ask one of you to repeat it. And speak loudly when you're asked. The short end is away, long end is towards me. I'm supposed to use an index finger throw. I hold the thread between the ring finger and the thumb. Use index finger to make a figure of 4. No problem there. Hold the end section. Use the index and middle to draw it out like this. Hold it again. I started like that and back to that position. Do it again. Actually 2 throws through the same loop. And I cross. While crossing, I would like you to see these 2 pulleys carefully. They are taking the throw down literally. Cannot go anywhere. Now you can imagine them like artery forceps holding on to knot. Throw. The short end is towards me now. I hold it like a dart, the short end. Wrap it around my 3 fingers. Bring the other one right across, hold the end section, go over to the middle end ring and cross back. That's a surgeon's knot. Would you like to put it? The short end is away. Hold it to the ring finger and the thumb.
So then we cross.
See, the problem here is actually you have to hold somewhere. Okay. Now hold this with the ring and the thumb. Don't be afraid. You don't know, I know. You don't have to worry about it. And nobody teaches these things. She's an undergraduate student. He's an intern. Only 2 postgraduates now. Okay. I've taught them in 30, that's why they know. Anyways, with the ring and thumb. Right. No problem. Use your index to make a 4. Very good. Now advance this. You're too far away now. You can advance it here. Very good. Now use index. Index through this. First thing, don't stop shaking now. Just don't worry. We can get it off the record also. You don't have to worry. But learn it. It's important. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Hold that section. Use index to draw this thread out. You take gauge partner. Just wait here, don't go. Never be happy when you've not learnt it. This is the grip. So far is clear. This one should be closed. Don't keep it too far. No, advance it becomes easier. Keep it in the distance so that you can use the index. See now index can be. You can hold it. Now what am I doing? Actually I'm using index and middle to hold it. Like this. Like this. Show you again. Cross. Second part is hold it like a dart. Wrap it around your 3 fingers. There's no shame in learning, but a big shame in not learning and not knowing. Not knowing is a problem. Have a seat. Put the surgeon's knot. Wait, you can do it there, you just Draw it out like a figure of 4. Keep it stretched. Keep it taut. Yes. Yes. Make a 4. Don't be worried. Yes. Good. 1. Very good. 2 and cross. Yeah. Hold it like a dot. Very good. Cross, cross. Yes. That's a surgeon's knot. You must remember to cross. If you don't cross, it will be a granny knot as we see. So surgeon's knot is clear? Now, you can do the same with the left hand. You can keep on practicing. But with the left hand, how do you do it? The same way. I'll hold the short end in my left hand. The short end will be in my left hand now. No problem. Now, I'll draw this out like the mirror image of 4. Draw this thread out once, twice, and cross. Okay? Clear? And then I'll hold it like a dot, just opposite of what I did with my right hand, cross back. That becomes left-handed surgeon's knot. I'll teach you at the end why is it important to learn with both hands. One reason I gave you was that right hand will be injured. Or you could be dealing with a situation where the tissue is not lying like this, it could be lying like this. I'll just show you once we finish with the basic knots. So surgeon's knot is clear?
Yes, sir.
Put the surgeon's knot quickly. This is the reef. Yeah, cross, cross. Do it slowly. Open it again, do it again. 2 throws to the same, do the left hand. The third thing is a knot called slip knot. It's a situation where you deliberately want that the knot should slip down. When does it happen? If you're dealing with bleeders in the depth. Don't think I may do radiology later on in my life, so I may not deal with bleeders anyway. Every basic doctor has to learn about suturing knotting. It's not surgical teaching that I'm giving. It's supposed to be learned by everybody. Everybody's supposed to know it. Now, if you got bleeding in the depth, you apply too many artery forces, and you're not sure which one to remove when. You worried as soon as you remove it, there can be slipping, and you may actually not know which one to remove. It happens very commonly. In that situation, we actually try to put a knot which we can slide down beyond the instrument. So it's an attempt to actually put a slip knot. It should not happen accidentally. It should be a knot you put consciously. And in the same exercise, I'll teach you that if you don't cross your threads, it's a slip knot, which is also called a granny knot. You see granny slipping the throws down constantly while knitting and then putting a secure knot, as I was telling you in the beginning. Otherwise, if they don't put a secure knot, what will happen? You just need one string to pull out the complete sweater. You just keep pulling and the person will be without it in no time. Now therefore it's important. That's what knotting is all about. The short end is away, long end is towards you. Now what should I normally do? Put a figure of 4, take the throw out and cross. But I don't cross. And I don't take it down completely. If you notice, the problem here is the threads have already crossed, even though I have not put a throw. So they will cut each other by what is called the bowstring effect of threads. Threads cut each other and the tissue will be free. Right? Now the short end is away, long end is towards me. I don't care, I still put a middle finger. I have done both the things correctly. I put an index finger throw, I put a middle finger throw. The only thing I didn't do was cross. It becomes a slip knot. Now if I want to use it, now the instrument would be off. Bleeding would have stopped. Now the short end is away. I'll put a proper index finger throw. So now this is secure. So you put a slip knot to reach the place or beyond that instrument and put a secure knot on top of it to make sure that it does not slip out. Initially you want it to slip, later on you don't want it to slip. Is it clear? Now I'll just show you once again and then you'll put it. This is one way of putting the slip knot. Therefore, why do I show always this method? This also reinforces the fact that when you're putting a knot, you will always cross. There are many other ways of putting a slip knot. See, I'm showing you again. Short end is the way, long end is towards me. Figure of 4, hold end section, fish it out and don't cross. If you don't cross, and then put a middle. Index first, middle second. You can always argue that I've done everything all right, so why should the knot not be okay? The reason is you have actually not crossed. Clear? I hope that is clear. You want to put it? 1, 2, and if you keep the end long and straight. Slip knot is also used in laparoscopic surgery when we prepare a knot for appendix. You just slide it down the base till the base. Suppose this is appendix, knot goes down. If this is holding it, and I want to slip it down, I'll just show you that. Or here. Without crossing. Okay. If you understood reef knot clearly, the reef knot without crossing is a slip knot. Easier way of putting it. This would be reef. I don't cross. Okay? And on the one, I put a middle after that. I've done everything alright except that I have not crossed. It will be a slip knot. Can you put it now? Keep it straight. Otherwise it won't slip. Unless you keep it straight. It's not the kind of thread you use in surgery, so it gets stuck. Keep the ends long and straight. Unless you keep it straight, it goes. Slides. Take it out. Keep one end straight. That's important. Don't cross, yes. Middle. Yeah, middle. Right. Now what happens is usually the thread is there is one mistake also. If you try and keep it straight and taut. Actually this is a thread which is supposed to stay straight. And you keep on putting slip knots on top. It will automatically be straight. Be straight. Understood the principle? You understood the principle of slip knot? Okay. Just to show you what is a granny knot besides this one, so that you don't use it. Very commonly used granny knot. And I told you that initially when starting that course we gave a surveillance assessment form to all the people who did it. And most people who participated were faculty. 60% people were using granny knots. It's a pretty high percentage. Now the short end is the way I should use index and then middle. What do I do here? I just do this. This is the most common knot that you see. See, I've crossed even without putting a throw. And plus, now what do? I put one, I put another, I keep putting, no matter how many, I'm just putting twisted loops around the same straight thread. Now this thread and this thread and this thread are the same. So I'll put 3, 4, 5 and to make everybody happy, I'll put 6 or 7 and say okay, I put 6 first. But actually if you look at it, this thread can easily be taken out. And it is a no-win situation. It's a no knot. The granny knot should not be put. Reason being, I'm repeating, keep it zoomed please. This is crossing without a throw. The moment you see this, your knot is wrong. Some people do the wrong knot and then they correct it. It becomes a reef throw. But then that's first going the wrong way, then correcting yourself. There's no point. Otherwise, this is a mistake. You can see I've crossed. I'll keep on putting. Doesn't matter how many I put, they're all slip throws. Just merely slip throws. They are not going to be any good. Okay? And if it cuts itself here, the whole package comes out. And the abdomen opens up. If you think knots don't slip, they always slip, but the patient goes to somebody else. He has to deal with it. So you would never know that there is a knot which is slipped. So just to repeat all the knots quickly, the reef knot, short end is away from me, long end is towards me. I'm going to put an index finger through, make a figure of 4, fish it out with my index finger, secure with the middle, cross, hold this like a dart, short end, the other one between the ring and the thumb, wrap it around my 3 fingers, bring the other one right across, keep a distance of about 3 centimeters here for the loop to be negotiated, and that's a reef knot. The second knot which you must know is a surgeon's knot, done in situations where the tissue has a tendency to spring open or spring apart, or a tissue has a memory. We take the short end which is away, long end is towards me, again an index finger throw, hold end section, take out once and then twice, and these 2 pulleys help me in ensuring that my throw doesn't slip. The short end is towards me, long end is away. I hold it like a dart, wrap it around my 3 fingers, bring the other one right across. Between the middle and ring, I take it through the loop and cross back. That's a surgeon's knot. The third knot, which even if you don't remember, I don't mind, because these 2 are the basic bread and butter knots for anybody who's pursuing surgery as a career. Surgery includes surgery, orthopedics, obstetrics, ophthalmology, ENT, everywhere you have to put the knots. Now the third knot that I taught you today was slip knot, which you use in tissues which are lying at depth, and you're trying to negotiate the instrument. You want to go beyond the instrument so that you don't have to release them you can release them one by one. Now this is a knot which is going to slip. Once you've achieved the slipping, instrument is out, you have space to work, you can put a proper knot on top of it. That's the hand knotting. We move on to instrument ties now. Now any questions pertaining to that?
Aspiration of so that only captures at value 12.
You can go to shark and sit where you are sitting. This instrument, although you're supposed to use it for suturing, and the needle should be here. And ideally the needle holder should be holding the needle. So that's the safest place for the needle to be. Now remember, you keep doing instrument ties. I'm sure you all must have done during internship, some suturing here and there. Now when you do suturing, you use instruments for time. And you learn that you go clockwise and then anti-clockwise. It doesn't work that way. That's not the principle of knotting with instruments. Can you hold this, Elisa? Hold the thread with the left hand. Now as you see here, I've gone through the tissue. You form some sort of a V. This V doesn't exist in normal life. You don't expect it to be held that way. But you can imagine a V. And the principle of instrument knotting is you always stay within the V. If you can remember this principle number 1, then knotting is okay. And part 2 of the principle is that you must cross your threads like in any knot. So if you stick to these 2 principles, suturing or knotting with the instruments is done. Now, how do I stay within the V? See, I won't go here, this is a mistake. I won't go here, this is a mistake. I'll stay within this. I'll take my first throw, give me the tip. Now I'll take the tip and I'll cross. Once again, this has to be held. Can you come here and hold this? with the left hand. Left hand, left hand. This is the right hand. Now, we again have a V. Now I'll stay within the V. Very common mistake. Just because you went anti-clockwise is not okay. Staying within this is important. And I'll cross back. Again, if you see, we got a reef knot. Okay? But that's a reef knot, which you must get all the time. Now the other thing is, there's nobody holding it, you just imagine this V. Now that's the V. Imagine it. Because it's just for teaching that I'm giving you that V. The V doesn't exist. Now that's the V. I can make a V anyway. Now I'll take this throw and cross. Once again, that's my V. I'll take this throw and cross back. That's a reef knot. Clear? Similarly, to put a surgeon's knot, that's a V. I'll take two throws, one, then two. Like I did with my hand also. I took two throws through the same loop. Now, as I do that, you can actually see the same two pulleys again. You can see them now. One here, one here. These two pulleys take the throw down. And I've crossed. Very, very important. Now again, that's the V. I take a single throw and cross back. That's a surgeon's knot. The surgeon's knot with the instrument is no different from surgeon's knot with the hand, provided you remember that you stay within the V. Okay. Now, hold this. Now he's going to hold this with you. This you hold. You hold it. Yes. Hold the tip. Try to hold the tip. See, what's the mistake? He's not crossed. So what happens to the knot? See, it looks ugly. You cross. Hold it. No. Hold the thread. Cross here, like this. Now, clear? That's what I mean by it. Then go there. Then come back here. Then put the next one. Take that here.